New Paltz, New York, a small college town where sound abounds all around. Ask anyone even remotely familiar with the area and they'll confirm it. But who are the people behind the music? The bands who maintain the practice of their art. The musicians who inhale the mountain air and exhale pure soul through sound. The people maintaining the spaces for audiences to gather and share in the transcendent experience of song. Today, our team goes to work, reaching out to some of the fabulous musical talent around town and the venue coordinators who host the shows that enrich the New Paltz experience. So, charge your earbuds, put on your headphones, or just crank up the volume because the stage is set and the show's about to begin.
I'm a junior here and I'm an English major with a music minor, and I also have a concentration in creative writing.
I'm Sarah DeMeo. I'm also a junior and I'm a double major in poli-sci and philosophy. I do not have any music background.
But you love music.
Yeah, but it's great. So we run the Instagram account together. Everyone else in the house, we live with 5 other people, so they just help around usually pre-show and, setting up and everything.
And we never really had a plan to do one on our own. It kind of just was a spontaneous thing because it was always something that we loved doing. There kind of was a resurgence at the beginning of this year with venues popping up because I feel like there weren't that many for the last couple years, so I feel like it kind of brought everyone together in the music scene, and just keeping that alive was really cool. So it's really surreal coming into the basement when it's just packed with people, and it's we live here, but we're supplying an area where people can just have a really good time, just see people see the chaos and the bands having fun.
Yeah.
We have a lot of students that come because we are really close to campus and in town. But yeah, just a very positive atmosphere, a place to meet people, a place to just make new friends, see good music. I feel it's safe to say we don't have many requirements for bands to play here. If they can put on a good show and they can play their instrument and obviously be respectful of our space, that's kind of the only requirement for us.
I can't really say that we've had too many chill nights. I prefer the chaos. I think the crowd likes it better too. Last show with Shark Noises was really awesome. We had a crazy crowd.
It was my favorite performance to see here.
Also though, another notable show was New Vision when New Vision played, a Hudson Valley band, and we got a huge hole in our wall. I can't imagine going anywhere else with a local band scene like this.
Yeah.
New Paltz is really special because of that.
I love the basement show scene because the space is so intimate and it's really small in here, so people really are closely packed and just moshing and having a good time. So I think that we always have really good crowds.
On Instagram, at the Ashtray NP, that would be where to find us.
Yeah.
Where to find all
That's where we
upcoming
post
shows
our
and
info, all the next shows coming up.
Hi, my name is Izzy.
I'm Lindsay.
And we're in Yankee Girl, the band. I sing and play bass.
And I sing and play guitar. My dad, he used to play guitar, and I thought that was really cool. And then my 2 older brothers did as well.
I began singing when I was young, and I've always loved performing in theater. That's kind of how we became good friends.
We try to not stick to one thing and really stretch our arms in different directions.
Yeah, because we also see a lot of bands that label themselves as hardcore. They've been getting a lot of backlash and by the punk police and not being hard enough or whatever, and it's just more genuine and easier being yourself.
We started playing music together when we were 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were 14, we did super on a whim open mic night at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Where we used to live on Long Island. And we're full-time students, we work jobs. There's not a lot of time for us to be super serious, so we just take it easy. And then as far as money, we just pool it and then spend it on what we want whenever we want to.
Yeah.
I think success for us is, again, we really don't take ourselves very seriously.
No.
Success is measured in being proud of what we do and being able to make friends in the scene. That's what matters to us. You can find us at Yankee Girl Band on social medias. We have an Instagram.
We have a YouTube, I think. Oh, it's all older things. But the Instagram we're the most
We're active.
on.
We are
I would
active
say.
on Instagram. And
Yeah.
we will be accessible there, and you can find news about new shows there we're playing.
Thank you guys!
Hi, I'm Kelly.
I'm Ryan.
We were calling my dorm at that point grandma's for like the rest of the semester. It was a little inside joke.
Me, along with our roommate Luke, act as resident musicians. We'll sometimes open up the venue to kind of create the energy before the bands go on. We also have our roommates Nick, who acts as our agent. He'll go onto the Instagram and look at the bands who are reaching out, and he'll kind of gather those most of the time. And Gavin is fantastic on the door, acts as our wonderful bouncer.
I do 99% of the social media for grandma's, all the bills for all the shows, all the pictures, the videos. I'm in the front lines of each and every show, getting content.
Once we had an established point, we were going by themes. So we did rock, and we had some bands like Rowan and the Fools that we know typically do a more rock style. Until Later was part of that as well. And then the next night we had was metal and punk, and so we would look for heavier bands for that.
You know, I went to house shows as a freshman and I went to house shows as a sophomore until we got this house. I remember the first time I stepped into a house show, I had turned my attention to Nick and I was like, listen, if we ever get a house with a decent sized basement, I'm like, I want to do this stuff. Like, I want to try to contribute to the community.
Like, safety is one of our biggest things. We're conscious about our space, the fact we're lucky enough to have a big space, and I know a lot of house venues, while they have a big space, is closed off in weird ways where it can feel really claustrophobic for people. So in my mind, I just want to create an environment where people can come and they feel safe enough to be at a house show. If like something goes wrong, they can talk to like the people at the house. We want to be there as your grandmothers to be able to like help if we need, as corny as that sounds.